Hey, I'm Kat, and I was just scrolling through my phone yesterday, swiping through shorts, brain rot just like every other individual, and I came across a short of a movie, just like 90% of the brain rot on the fucking app. And it was just a scene of a dude talking about being 14,000 years old. And you know damn well I had to watch it. So the movie's called A Man from Earth. It's about, like I said, it's about a 14,000-year-old man. Well, first off, the movie I swear the budget of the movie is $5 fucking. It's taking place in a single room, no bigger than my office, really, and on a camera worse than the camera I'm recording. I'm not even recording on a great camera, dude. I swear, and. They don't leave the room. All they do is talk. What is the length of this movie? Hold on. Hold on. This movie is. Holy fuck! The budget was 200,000 USD. No. That can't be real. Where is that money going? What? 200,000? Anyways, it's a group of professors. We're talking college professors, smart, or I think they're smart professors. They know what they're talking about, or at least in the movie, it seems like they know what they're talking about. And it's basically the guy is leaving because they noticed he's not aging, so that's what he does. He moves on. Out of a whim, they all show up to help him move his stuff into his car. And out of a whim, he's just like, yeah, I'm 14,000 years old. That's me. And obviously no one believes him. They start asking him questions. He's answering the questions perfectly. Everyone gets woozy. Whoa, this is crazy. He walks out of the room. Walks back into the room because we don't have budget for anywhere else but in the room, so he comes back in and he sits down and they start asking him more questions and he's responding and he's telling them stuff, and then they start getting mad, like actually mad that that he's rather lying to them or is 14,000 years old. Like, they're actually angry. One of the guys is so angry he calls a psychiatrist to come to his house to diagnose him. The psychiatrist then starts questioning him, and then they start getting whack, and he starts getting mad. Psychologist pulls out a fake gun. He's like, well, what if I shoot you? And the guy's like, well, I might die right here. I don't know. Okay. So all this is happening. The people are mad for no fucking reason. The guy's just saying he's 14,000 years old. The people are mad. Everyone's mad. Okay. Psychiatrist is also mad telling these stories. Turns out the psychiatrist also had a fucking gun, a real gun, not his fake fucking bullshit gun, a real gun, and he points it at the fucking guy. Actually, he's mad. Like, the psychiatrist has now gone psychic or psycho. Jeez, the psychiatrist has now gone psycho, pointing guns at innocent people, saying, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you fucking psycho. Oh my god, I skipped the most important part of this. The reason why he's so mad is because our guy John Young, I like the pun on the last name there, John Young was Jesus Christ, apparently. Yeah, he just dropped that information in the conversation. He's like, oh, I shouldn't tell you this part of it. And he's like, you know what, I should. I'm Jesus. I hung out with Buddha, and I'm Jesus. Fair. Okay, he's fucking Jesus Christ. People are pointing guns at him. They're mad. They're mad at this point. One of the girls, the Barb, I think her name is in the movie, I guess she's very big Christian. She's pissed. This is blasphemy, she says. Blasphemy. You cannot be doing this. You need to be put in a cell, in a sleeper jacket, and locked away. They're really mad at him. Yeah, the psychiatrist keeps, saying to him, walking outside. We don't have budget to go outside, so he comes back inside. Just keeps, saying all these things, getting mad. You need to tell these people that this is all a joke. You're ruining their lives. You're ruining their lives, he says. You need to tell them that this is a prank. So our boy Young responds with, okay, yeah, it's a prank. And everyone just, oh, I can't believe you joshed us. For 90 fucking minutes, these idiots are being rang through the loop. And he says one thing, yeah, I'm just joking. They're like, oh, I believe you now. I believe you heavily on that one. What? They all just leave. The psychiatrist comes back. Oh, wait, no. He doesn't come back. He was just inside getting ready to leave while John is talking about outside. He's talking about his past existences. Turns out he's the fucking psychiatrist's dad. Yup, that's fucking crazy. Psychiatrist doesn't believe it, so he starts telling him his dog's name. He's telling him, like, oh, I used to play with the beard. The old fucking dude falls on the ground and dies. John watches his son die, gets in his car, leaves. End of the fucking movie. And I was sitting on the couch. That can't be the end of this beautiful story. Beautiful, epic story. There's no fucking way it's got a $200,000 budget. Just watch the first movie, and it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know, I would have given it I would have given it a 10 out of 10, 100%. I like that rating. Good rating. 89% of people like this movie. I agree with 89% of the population. Fantastic movie. So then we move on to the Hollow scene. They make a fucking prequel or sequel to The Man from Earth. The Man from Earth Hollow scene. And this movie, the budget peaks. The budget peaks. We shoot up. We're in the stands on fields. We're in classrooms. We're in cars, houses. We have moved on to the real world. This is a real film existing in our real world. 4 students now in this one. John has moved on to a separate life. He's John Young in this movie. He's John Oldman in the last movie. I was getting them mixed up. Oh my god. He was John Oldman in the last movie. Anyways, his 4 students at this new college he's teaching at. I guess this man really likes to teach. Anyway, this new man teaching at this new college. Not new man. Same man. New identity. Same name. Different last name. Same dude. New college. New students. No new professors. Same old professors looking for John. New John. Old John. They're looking for fucking John. Or one of the new... Holy fuck. One of the new professors in the movie, or old movie, is in the new movie. And, like, his whole thing is he wrote a book after he had that talk with John, the whole first movie. After he had that talk with John and John just disappeared, he wrote this book and labeled it nonfiction. The world did not like that. They fucking laughed him off the earth. So now he's spending the rest of his life looking for John. Okay, now we're over to John. John is teaching a class with 4 students, and the 4 students really like John. Really like him for some reason. Like, they dig their professor. Turns out their professor is Jesus Christ, so I think I would, he's teaching you religious studies, and he's Jesus Christ? What? There couldn't be a man more qualified. Anyways. So the 4 students, one of them super religious, and this plays a very important role later in the story. So remember, one of them super religious. Okay, so the 4 students, well, actually the 2 girls find out this information about John and one of his books from his house, signed Oldman, and they start putting the pieces together like, whoa, we found this old book that this guy wrote that talks about John, but there's no pictures of him, and they got one side profile pic, and it kind of looks like him. So they go tell the other 2 students, which are the 2 boys. They get on board. Well, the one guy's kind of on board. The other super heavy Christian guy's like, shut the fuck up. This is He says, this is blasphemy. Our Lord and Savior died for us. something along this. I'm not fucking religious. I don't know. So they move on and they go. One of the girls confronts John. Bad idea. John denies everything and tries to leave. They go to his house. Yeah, they go to his fucking house, all four of them, and stop him. Try to get him to stay. He doesn't stay. And so one of the students tases him, and he falls and hits his head on a rock. We need to call the ambulance now. Okay, back up. While all of this is happening, while the students are going to his house and doing all this tasing action and stuff, the other guy from the old movie with the books, they've been talking to him, and he is driving to them to know if this is actually the same John. So he's driving to them. Okay. 3 of the students go, because he's driving to them. His car breaks down halfway, so they have to go pick him up. 3 of the students go to pick him up. The Christian kid stays behind to call the ambulance. He don't call no ambulance, but he stays behind to call the ambulance and get John to the hospital. John, still passed out, wakes up in the basement, duct taped to a chair. Oh no. And this is when it gets good. This is when the movie gets epic. Holy epic. The kid is down there. He's got a knife, and he starts talking to John. So, what are you? Who are you? What are you doing here? And he's questioning him, and he's like, you can't be Jesus. Like, you're not Jesus. And he's like, man, I don't know what to tell you. So the kid starts going on about some, like, book of Revelation. Once again, I'm not religious. He starts going on about some Horcrux book or some Horcrux book. I don't know what the book is called, but he talks about the book with the 7-headed beast. Someone knows. Someone definitely knows. But he's talking about the book with the 7-headed beast. And then he's like, you're the 7-headed beast. All you're missing is the 666. You got any tattoos there, John? And John is confused. I was like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on? The story ends with you. This is what John's saying. The story ends with you letting me go, or you stab me and kill me, and you go to prison. So the kid's like, I don't know what to do now. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. John keeps antagonizing him. So like, you're gonna have to let me go then. The kid's like, you're giving me all these mixed messages, almost like you're the Antichrist. And he starts getting all deep. He's like, all I need to do is stab you right here, John. And John's like, do it. Kid stabs him. And then he freaks out because he just fucking stabbed a man. This Bible thumper committing fucking first-degree murder. Oh, man. Those words make you do some crazy things, huh? The kid realizes what he's just done. Leaves. John somehow is fine because I guess he's Jesus Christ. Of course he's fine. What are we talking about? Of course he's fine. Then the movie cuts and it's the other 3. They get to the house. Nobody's there. Everyone's gone. Blood in the basement. What the fuck just happened? We never see those people ever again. The 3 students and the guy from the old movie. We just never see them again. They just don't exist in the rest of the movie. Well, not a whole lot actually exists in the rest of the movie. We go to John, who's living in a cave. He's reverted 14,000 years into the past. Going back to OG days, living in the cave. And one of the old people from the old movie, he plays Harry in the first movie, shows up in the second movie, and he's like, oh, hey, John, what's up, man? And I guess he gives him, like, food and stuff. I don't even fucking know. Like, says hello, and then he's like, hey, I'm, like, aging and stuff. Like, this wound usually would have healed, like, a lot faster. Like, whoa, this must be, like, the end of an era. And the other guy's like, yeah, it's apparently like the end of the Holocene era. We're moving on to like the Pleistocene. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Apparently, the guy has a dying dad. And he's like, John, can you come like hang out with my dad? And John says, sure. They drive off. And I'm like, oh, this is getting pretty good. Credits roll. The fucking credits roll and it's over. And there's nothing else. That's all. And I don't know if I'm just stupid, but I need more because I don't fucking understand why. I don't understand why it was made. I don't understand. Just make more. Please make more. Who made this? Directed by Richard Stankman. Richard Stinkman. Did he also do the first one? Oh, yeah. This guy needs to do more. Yes. Richard Stenkman, get back on the grind. 67. Who fucking cares how old you are? Make another one of these great movies. What the fuck? Abraham Lincoln versus zombies. We might have to do a deep dive into this creature. That was the man, the last man of Earth, the man of Earth, the man from Earth. The man from Earth. That was the man from Earth and the man from Earth Holocene. Please go watch them yourself. Great movies. Anyways, I'm out of here. That was just, bye-bye. That was just a little whatever. I'm out. Bye-bye. Please like and subscribe. Later.